Welcome to We Seek First podcast, where we talk about living life as a Christian and everything in between. We are your hosts, Takara,
Katrina,
Latresa,
and LaQuinta.
Join us every week for a fresh episode. But today we have an exciting episode for you, so sit back, relax, and let's talk.
wrong to kiss before you're married.
No, babe.
And it was funny. He was shocked that he was all probably like, "Oh Lord," but he was like, he just sat there and he was like,
Should I give the daddy answer?
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah. He was like, you know what? There's no scripture in the Bible to say that you're wrong, but he was like, my advice is don't kiss him until you know he's the one, until y'all could get married or whatever. That's what he said.
I get what he's
And
saying.
that's really good advice.
That's what he said.
Don't
And I
put
was
your
like,
lips on that boy if you ain't
Right.
going no further than that.
right. And I was like, okay. And I just have always, taken that with me. That's what I, go by. I was like, thanks, Dad.
Yeah, in my opinion, I don't see nothing wrong with
Me
kissing
either.
before, but
Mhm.
again,
can
you
lead on
have
a
to,
dangerous road.
you
Right.
have to. You can't just be slobbing down and y'all.
Mhm.
If you are trying to abstain
Right.
from sex
Yeah.
before
Right.
marriage, you can't just be slobbing down on the couch somewhere and think
No.
that ain't nothing
Mhm.
gonna happen, because it might.
Look,
But-
they said don't be taking that fire into your bosom. He was like, you gonna get burned.
I think it's really beautiful for people to wait until they're married. Like, it's
Yes.
sweet.
To kiss?
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
sweet.
wow. I didn't hear you say that before we started recording.
No, I think it's sweet. Of course, I didn't do it, but I'm saying I think it's sweet to do.
I think
Yeah.
it is too.
I mean,
Yeah.
but then again, I don't know.
You know what?
I
I
think
kinda
that it's
wanna
just
see-
really, really hard to do.
Yes.
And I don't know a lot of people that have actually done that.
I do.
Personally,
I know some
Oh,
people
yeah,
who
not
said
personally.
they did it. But.
Yeah.
People say a lot of stuff.
They sure do.
But
And another
I know that it's
thing,
hard
too,
though.
when you think about it, if you've been slobbing down on this dude and y'all break up, then
Yeah.
you get another one, you slobber down with
Yeah.
him.
Exactly.
It's like your mouth and been in, and you don't know
I was
where that dude
Just
might
about
be.
to say,
Well, yeah. Nowadays, you got to be careful.
people put their
mouths
mouth
have been everywhere.
every.
So you
They
need to be
said-
careful
in
where you
places
put
that
it.
God did not
Yeah.
intend.
Right. Exactly.
They
so,
say outside of marriage, the body is undefiled.
girl.
So it's free fall.
that
Nasty.
see you do have to think, who you see. I ain't worried about that right now.
But you know what?
ain't
I
worried.
remember years ago when I saw what's her name on YouTube who waited to get
Mary.
Mary.
I love her.
If you guys want to see a Christian couple who met and they abstained from sex, they abstained from kissing until they were married, watch what's her name?
Her name is Miss
Well-
Naturally Mary.
Yeah.
on YouTube.
On YouTube.
And on Instagram too.
Yeah. But their story, their how they
I loved
met
it. I
and
followed
everything.
the whole thing.
She was a virgin, all of
Mhm.
that. You can
Mhm.
watch on YouTube. But when I first saw that, I was like, you know what? That is such a good idea. You know what, Lord? When I date, I'm gonna do it. And you know what? The Lord was like, hey, Cara, can we be realistic? Because I was thinking, oh yeah, I think that's a great idea.
It
I want to
is.
honor you, Lord. And it's like the honor, okay, that's cool and stuff, but you ain't got to go that far. Can you honor me and not have sex? Can you do that part?
You want to just stick with that.
but really, it was kind of like I am so old. Not
Your age does not
okay,
matter.
What I mean by
Because
that,
they're in their 30s.
I know. What I mean by that is I am mature enough to know when I am going too far. That is where self-control comes in.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Do
it's
you really
not-
have self-control though?
Actually, I do. But because
Really?
I know that I do because in the past, I made a conscious choice to do what I did.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with, oh, it just got swept in the moment. Okay,
Yeah, I've heard
ma'am.
people,
I mean,
whoops.
yeah, I slipped out of
No,
my
they just really
nanopill.
wanted to.
No, because I think that God gives us time to before we get to that. It's like, hey, something finna happen. You might want to talk. Hello, yeah, I see friction, fire, and then it's like, well, you know what, go ahead and do what you want to do. But it's like I had the opportunity to stop, and I did it. But now at where I am now, I'm more mature, and I know when I'm going too far, and I can stop it. And then it's not realistic for me to say I'm not going to kiss. That's ridiculous to me.
Wow, you would call it ridiculous?
I said to me, for me, it's ridiculous.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
I think
Because guess what? When he dropped on that knee, he getting kissed. Okay? I can't see an engagement and you not
the
kissing.
way I look at it is, I would want, like, okay, what do you do differently with this guy that you don't do differently with a friend? Like,
exactly.
this is your man. Like,
so. You saying you have to kiss him
No,
for it to be a relationship?
No. But
Okay.
do you
Just
go and
like
kiss
I
him?
I'm not
said,
saying
if
you
you-
have to kiss,
Which
but
is why, again, it's going along with actually the next point. Put clear boundaries into place.
Exactly.
You are
wait. Clear boundaries. What's the other one from the word?
The
'Cause
other
we
one
know.
is don't try to follow everyone else's rules.
Oh, see,
So
look at that.
like in my case, I am unmarried.
Mhm.
I don't want to put my lips on everyone. I don't know where your mouth
Yeah,
has
me
been.
neither.
That's
Exactly.
disgusting.
Me neither.
okay, but
But listen, hold on. Let me finish. No, I'm just saying.
Because y'all.
See, for me, I don't want to. I need to find a partner who is intentional. We are both in agreement.
Yes.
Kissing can lead to other things.
Yes.
I want to abstain from that. You get to know the person. You are together, a mutual front. You are together, and to me, it just makes it so much more beautiful when you come together.
I agree.
And you know that person hasn't been out there doing everything. They match you. You have both agreed to be. You are holding each other accountable. You need a partner in that way.
and there's nothing wrong with that.
It is nothing
Okay,
to call
are
it
you-
ridiculous.
Right.
You on the side
Sorry.
of
Say
waiting?
ridiculous.
I would wait, but I'm not saying that.
You're not sticking. That's not a hard rule.
Right,
You're
it's not a hard rule. I would like to wait, honestly.
You
I
know
would
what?
like to
I
wait.
do. I think
that would be a
beautiful.
beautiful
I would love
thing.
to do it, but I
Yeah.
know I'm not. I know I'm not
Yeah.
going to do that because I am. And if I'm very affectionate with the people I'm in a relationship
Yeah.
with. Now, other people, I don't really like hugs. Don't touch me. Don't get too close to me. But like when I'm in a relationship with someone and I'm looking at this could be my life partner or the person I'm going to marry and share my life with, I'm very affectionate in that way. Now, I love PDA. Hold my hand when we in public. Put your arm
nothing
around
wrong
me.
with
Show
that.
the world that I am yours. Because I'm not going to be the gremlin under the stairs that only come out at night. We ain't playing that game. So it's like I'm such that. I know that I am going to kiss somebody.
And it's like, okay, I understand waiting until you are like serious.
Yes.
That's smart.
Like kind of
That
what,
is.
what Dad said.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm just imagining like him giving you a gift or something, and you just stare at him.
You just hug
No,
him.
you
Give
hug him.
hug.
You can give him a
okay,
hug.
y'all
Why
are
are you?
so-
You don't
come on,
have to
guys.
kiss at that. What are you?
Okay.
So are you trying to say, oh, their relationship is lame?
No.
But
What you talking-
I think
I'm
it's a
telling you
natural
that I
thing.
think it's beautiful.
Listen,
But it's
kissing
just like-
doesn't warrant. He give you a gift and I'm slobbing him down. Like what?
Why do I
can
have to be a
tell
slob?
you have not been in a place where it's like, oh, you're so in love, and then he comes out of the blue and does,
Listen.
and you're like, I have to
Like
give you
I
a kiss.
said,
You can
no,
do it
No,
on
I ain't
the
no.
never. I ain't never
No,
been in
you
love.
don't have
Look,
to. If you two
You
are
can
trying
kiss.
to,
You can kiss and it not be a slobber down.
Yes.
Like you can
Yes.
peck. Like that's better than nothing.
Yeah.
Like I
for
don't know.
you, I mean, everybody's
Yeah,
different.
like I said, I don't think nobody is wrong for waiting. I
Yeah.
think it's
And
beautiful.
I don't think they're wrong for kissing.
Yeah.
No.
yeah.
Well, and then too, my love language is not touch. So like our lips touching is not gonna be like, oh my gosh, I feel so loved. It's like I do think that it plays a part in it, but because it's not my love language, I don't really have a problem with kissing. Actually, fun fact, I don't really like kissing like that. Like slobbing down, like I'm not really I'm not really
Putting
someone.
it all out there, aren't you?
Well, no. What I
Well,
mean is,
I mean-
not a. Have you ever seen those couples who are out? You could be out in the park, and there's a lot of couples out there, or like you're at an event where a lot of couples are there, and there's this one couple that's like slobbing each other down, and you're like, you need to be at the hotel room.
That's you. She shame, y'all. Oh, don't be cheap. She over here motioning. That's me, y'all. That's me.
Like
We gotta let it all out.
Yeah,
Okay.
Teresa, why are you?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Do not put that.
No, but that's what I'm talking about. I
Why
don't
you
like doing
ashamed?
that.
Huh?
Why you shame? Don't be ashamed.
She said,
Ashamed?
"Listen,
Yeah.
what do
No.
you mean?
If you like PDA,
I
mean,
know, I
no,
don't.
I
Listen,
love-
just own it. I
no,
mean,
I
don't.
love PDA, but when I say
not
I
in
don't
that
like,
way.
when I say I don't like that kind of, I don't like when it looks like y'all need to get a room. That it's like okay,
yeah, that's not
That's nasty.
Yeah,
That's what I mean by I don't really like kissing like that. And which is why I know that I would not have a problem with kissing leading to anything because that's not where,
Do you think that, like one of his points was, how can you know you have chemistry without
Yeah.
kissing, or
You
advice
don't
that
even
people?
need
Do you
that.
feel like that?
You don't-
Well,
Tell
what
the
she's
truth.
saying,
But
yeah.
you know,
Do you feel
okay,
like
for
you
that?
me,
agree with that
you
from what
know
it
if you
sounds
have
like.
chemistry without kissing.
yeah.
What do you think?
I'm gonna just say this.
Gonna tell the truth. Shame the devil, girl.
Back when I was probably 18.
Don't
I
put
was
age
dating
on
this
it.
guy, and we kissed for the first time, and it was so horrible. I was like,
You weren't.
Was it
attracted to
horrible?
him
Was it
anymore?
your first kiss, or was it his first
no,
kiss?
that
or-
wasn't my first kiss.
So he
it
just-
definitely was not his.
So
first
he
kiss.
just. Oh, okay. Y'all
just
just.
So
wasn't
you
a
just
good
got a
kisser.
bad kisser.
Oh, well, what
Yeah.
happened?
It just didn't go right.
Oh, I remember the budding of hair. Oh,
The
The what?
When you was like, oh, which
Yeah.
way do we go?
And it's like it's kind of
That's embarrassing.
it threw off your attraction to him.
what I guess.
Did you still date him after that?
Yeah, but of course it didn't work out. But what I'm saying,
Did y'all try again?
what kiss?
Mhm.
Yeah, but
Was
I
it better
mean,
the next time?
Yeah, of course, but we didn't really, not much. That,
See?
but it's like,
So
I
you
don't
think?
know.
So you agree with what they said?
You agree
right?
with what the world say.
really?
Because
It's
the
not
other
that I agree.
I mean, it ain't nothing.
No, it's not that I agree.
Mhm.
There are other ways that you can see if you have chemistry, but
yes, there are.
if you've ever like kissed somebody, there is a feeling
Mhm.
of chemistry. I guess you could
U-
say.
utopian feeling. I get what you're saying. There is like a this is
And
so,
it's
like
you
fireworks.
connect or something. I don't know.
It's
It's
an
like
attraction.
you can
Mhm.
feel it. And if you kiss somebody and it's not there, it's kind of like.
I
don't
know what you're talking
I
about.
wouldn't say it's a requirement or whatever, but I understand what they're saying.
I know what you're talking about, but for me, when I know that there is chemistry, it's like how well do our personalities work with one another? Can we be around each other so much that it's like, okay, I'm still not tired of you? You know what I mean? And it's like time has no restraints on what's happening. It's like you don't even know that you've been talking for 3 hours, or you laugh so much you're much happier, and it's like, it's like, oh my gosh, I have to be around this person. I had a bad day. He's the first one you want to go to. That to me is like chemistry. When it's like when you're together, it fits like a glove.
Yeah.
That,
you
to
don't
me, and
need
it's
to
not
be-
kissing
right?
or anything like that.
Yeah, I agree.
You're just saying that it can.
No, I'm just saying I understand what they are saying.
Yeah.
But I think it's better the other way, just to kind of hold off at least until you are serious.
Yes.
Not
So-
I completely
So
agree.
you think you should put, like he said, put clear boundaries into place? What kind of boundaries do you guys think that you should put into
Ma'am,
place?
you trying to be the interviewer? Let's interview you.
No, ma'am. I'm
What
asking.
kind of? I see how this thing has turned.
But we need to
I
do
promise
both
I'm
points.
not trying to take over. I was
No,
just.
what I'm saying is you're trying to evade answering any of the questions. I see what you're
That
doing.
is so
But
funny.
what
I'm
are
not.
the
I'm
what
not.
are the two
Oh, the other
things
one
of
was-
advice?
put clear. She just read it. Put
Yeah.
clear boundaries into place, and then don't try to follow everybody else's rules.
Yeah.
Which y'all know we ain't like that.
No,
we don't
we are
try to
not.
follow everybody
we don't.
anyway. So,
But there should be clear to
Mhm.
me, if God put clear boundaries of right and wrong, why
Mhm.
shouldn't I put clear boundaries within a relationship
Mhm.
that could lead to marriage? If he's supposed to be the center of it, I need to mimic how he does.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It makes sense that there should be boundaries because Hello.
I actually agree with the don't try to follow everyone else's rules.
I do too.
Because what may work for this couple ain't gonna
Yeah,
work
right.
for this one.
Yeah.
You
I
have
agree.
to set your own.
Yeah.
Like, don't
Yeah.
just because this guy say, "Oh, I didn't kiss my wife, so none of y'all should."
Yeah.
You know that
Yeah.
that's just for you.
And
Mhm.
kissing would not bother me. Like
Yeah.
that's not something that would be like, let's go to the hotel. Like it just don't do me like
and
that.
to be honest, there are some people who can actually go somewhere alone together
And
not
do anything.
because they have self-control.
Yes.
They're strong. But other people may have to go to public dates because they
Yes.
think they might mess up.
See,
Yes.
that would be one of my boundaries. You're not coming over my house.
Well,
No.
because you're comfortable in
You're
your
not
home.
coming into
so
my
yeah.
house. No. I
Well-
guess if I was talking to you a long time, you would.
Yeah, they probably
But-
would.
Yeah, they would be at my house. But
But when he gets there, would you do like I said, the girl from the YouTube video, where it's like we're not cuddled up on the couch when nobody's around?
no,
you-
we don't. No, we would. Why y'all? Wait. Whoa. Why y'all
I'm
get
asking
silent?
you like you was asking me.
It's
I
just-
mean-
I'm just answering these questions.
To me, I mean, maybe that's just me, but I don't see nothing wrong with cuddling up on the couch. Now, if
Would
you're the
cut-
only one
If
home,
cuddling would bother you,
it
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it depends on the guy. If you got a guy that's
she
gonna
said,
be
well, put it on him.
no, really. If you got a guy that's why are you cuddling up, he gonna be touchy feely. Then of
Well,
course.
you know, I wouldn't be talking to him.
That's what I'm
Right,
saying.
right.
If you had a decent
He
guy,
wouldn't
and
be
you both
invited
had
into my
a-
home.
Yeah.
But if you both had the same goal, what if you just wanted to chill on the couch and watch a movie? Like
Yeah.
everybody does that, but I mean,
What happens?
but no, I have been on the couch, cuddle up, and nothing happened.
Yeah, but
With
you know
who?
what I have no.
Yo,
But you know
husband.
what I remember.
This was a long time ago.
Girl,
You can
bye.
actually make a decision in your
I
mind
agree.
and say, "I'm not gonna. We just watching this movie."
Yeah.
But you know what? When you're with someone who is not a Christian, I know
I wouldn't be
that
with someone
when
like
this
that.
happened, it's like, wait, why is you? Hold on, I wouldn't even think about that. We watching the movie. Why you going over here?
See, I wouldn't. I see. That's why I'm single.
Mhm.
I ain't met nobody
Who
that
can
want to do what's
withstand-
right. Yeah,
I mean,
I'll just be by myself.
I'm telling
I'm
you,
not. Mm-mm.
I'm telling you, I have been on plenty of dates.
Yeah.
Of course, back in the day
Mm-hmm.
with
Yeah.
guys where we were alone, and I said no,
yeah,
and nothing happened.
yeah,
I mean,
But
it
I don't
depend-
want to deal with
Right.
an octopus.
yeah.
I don't want to deal with that.
And it's
Well,
like
see,
you're
back in the day, I
uncomfortable.
wasn't
He
looking
got
for marriage.
all these
so.
hands.
Like, where did
I'm
you
not-
find these 8 other hands?
I don't have time for that.
to be swatting and
Yeah.
no, like,
Yeah.
Like,
why are we?
Yeah.
she said,
Yeah.
"Swat."
He just out of nowhere. You move one hand, they're going.
Let
you
me-
think you
I'm
got
telling
it.
you
got
right
it.
now,
I have dealt
he
with
would
that.
not.
Oh, my
he would
goodness.
not be at my house.
No.
Yeah.
But
if he
you
was
know
like
what?
that.
All men are not that stupid.
That's
There are
true.
men who are a little older.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They can still be trash, but they see what type of girl you
So
are,
they'll
so they
work
will
you.
not touch you.
Yeah.
They'll be so respectful. And then when you're like, oh, he's not bothering me to do anything.
Yeah.
Well, that ain't the only requirement.
Oh, I know, but what I'm saying,
You
they'll-
can't fake
they'll
the
play
stuff that I'm
part.
talking about.
And
They'll
So-
like, he'll be like, "Oh, your eyes are so beautiful. Can I touch your cheek?" And you're like, "Oh, that's okay."
But
Um,
And
what-
they'll try to. They'll
do
try
you
to,
think I'm 16? Or
Like,
something?
what?
No, but you would have to
No.
be in the mind of I'm so in love, googly eyed.
Look.
He'd have
But
to
what I'm
work
trying
you.
to say, a
You
guy,
sure have to trick me because
there are guys who may not, who only want one thing from you,
Yeah.
but they'll approach it differently
They
because they
will.
see
I
what
know,
type of girl you
I know
are.
I've had
Yeah.
that happen and
Yeah.
it didn't work. It didn't work.
Yeah, you have
Wow.
to.
Because you can only pretend for so long.
Yeah.
That's true. That is
Okay.
so true.
Okay, I had a dude on my job I was like, boo, last week before you like stop trying to pretend.
Yeah.
I
All
had
of a sudden, you know, I go to church and
Uh-huh.
God is good and
But you only know one
sit down.
scripture.
Sit down.
I I was talking to a guy back in the day where I told him I was waiting until marriage, and he was like, well, you know what? I respect that. I'm going to do that too. Girl, it wasn't a good month. He was trying. I was like, you couldn't wait a month, really?
Usually what they'll do, some guys, they'll be like, yeah, I'm going to wait, and they'll be with somebody else. Sally Sue getting it. So they can last a little longer.
Or the whole time, they'll wait a couple of weeks where you're not thinking about it, and then they'll start like, man, you know, if we could, but we waiting because God is good.
See, you don't
They'll
need that
start
person.
dropping
They're not in
hints.
line
Well-
with what you're trying to honor God, and they're
Yeah.
not. So
Well, these are all
It's
things
only so
that
far you can go.
Yeah,
I
but
think what they're trying to do is for you to catch feelings, and
Yeah.
that way it'll make it easier.
That's
for them to get
exactly,
it.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, you know how that is.
child, you gotta stay away. Okay, let's go to the next one. All right, so the next ones are spend lots of time together and be careful how much time you spend together. And myself, I would go with both, but I think that you do have to be.
I say spend a lot.
I say spend lots of time
together.
but I do think that you do need to be careful with how much time you spend together and like when or how you're spending that time. But I do think that you
Yeah.
need to spend a lot of it,
Yeah.
enough of it to where
well, this is going to
you
be
know
your
each
life
other.
partner.
Right.
You need to know
If
each
you're
other.
dating
Yeah.
for that purpose, because a
Right.
lot of people just date
Yeah.
just because they don't want to be alone.
That's why I said
I
both
mean-
of them are true, but I still think, how will you know this person if you're not spending enough time together?
I agree.
I need to be able to see how you get
Yes.
angry, see how
I
you
need to make
react
sure
to
you
things.
for real
Yes.
about God. Like, are you actually serious? Or are you
Yeah.
just saying this because
I need to,
am?
yeah, I need to see you in your natural element where
Right. How
you're
you
comfortable
act,
and
yeah.
how. Yeah, I need to see that, and you can only do that by spending time together.
I don't agree with the be careful how much time you spend together, because when you get married, you are with this person
All the time.
all day long.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
if you had while you were dating, you had your own space and your own
Mhm.
time, and then boom, you're living together.
Yeah.
Like people can't handle that.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I said both because I think that it depends on the people,
Mhm.
but you do need to be careful with how much time you spend together. So, in a relationship that I was in, we spent so much time together. It was like we had no other friends. Everything was together. We watched movies together. We would be on the phone watching movies together. It was like we started to get on each other's nerves, and then we started arguing a lot. And it was like,
But that's marriage.
no, but
Tell them, girl.
but we spent so much time together. I found myself after the relationship. I was like, man, I got rid of all my friends. I did all of this, and we poured so much into each other. It's like when it's over, oh, what did I used to do? Oh, hey, my friend. Oh, y'all got new friends. Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? It was like we shouldn't have spent that much time together. Where when it ended, it was like, oh, you get on my nerves. So sick of
To
tired of
me,
you.
it's like if you spend a lot of time with somebody and it's starting to get on your nerves, something ain't right.
Mm-hmm.
You
Like-
should enjoy spending time. with
Yeah,
them.
like
You should, but I don't think that every moment
You
is
might
going
need
to be
to-
good.
You might need to move on.
Well,
Like,
Yeah.
why they getting
Because
on you? I wouldn't
you're
marry
not gonna
them.
survive marriage
Yeah.
if they get on your
Yeah.
nerves while you're dating.
If they getting on your nerves and y'all dating, you don't need to marry that
Yeah,
person.
something is. You're not gonna survive marriage. Then
Mhm.
how?
Yeah.
But I think that like with time itself, I think you need to have stuff outside of that relationship.
I didn't
yeah,
say
of
that because
course.
That's what I'm talking
that's
about
healthy.
with being
Right.
careful
Yeah.
with how much time you spend together. Because if every moment of the day is each other, it's like y'all
But you
just
gotta
dating.
think
Y'all
about
ain't
it, though.
married
every
yet.
moment of the day, dog.
That's too much. That's too
I don't
much.
think anybody spends every
They don't.
moment. But
Right.
when you think about how serious marriage is, you are one.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
are
yeah.
really one. So it's like you and him are the same
Yes.
being. I
Yes.
guess you could say.
Before the eyes of the Lord.
And
Yes.
it's like, okay, if you can't spend all, like, you got to wake up to this person. You
Yeah.
got to go to bed to this. You going to have kids with this person.
Yeah.
You, like, really, you need to spend time with him a lot while you're dating, so you'll know, like, can I
agree.
tolerate him?
Right.
I agree. You know what? When you break it down like that, I'm not gonna lie. In my head, I was like, "Ooh, do I need to be married? Like, you gotta wake up to
What?
this same person."
But it should make you
Give me
happy.
my lifelong partner, please.
It should make you. It shouldn't make you cringe. If it make you
Right.
cringe, you have not found the right
Yeah,
one.
that's all it is.
I think that's my issue.
Most people, if you ever hear them when they're in love, they're like, "Oh, I can't wait to just wake up next to you and go to like."
you see the face I make. I think that's it. I've never found the person that I want to do that with. When I think about that, I'm like,
Really?
yes. It something inside of me just it kind of make me.
I'm sorry,
Feel a little
I am the
weird.
total opposite. I am ready.
I'm ready for marriage too.
I
but
wish
it's
he
like,
would
I think,
surface.
I think that's my issue. I have not found the right one that I want to do
Yeah.
that. Like I've never experienced that kind of relationship.
Yeah.
Because when I think about it, something inside of me just be like,
That
every
means
day.
that person get on your nerves and you don't want to be bothered with them. To me, that's
See,
what that means.
when people get on my nerves, I don't want to be around them at all. And if it's
But
somebody
you
who's
can't
not
do
a
that when you're
friend
married.
or something like that, I just be like, okay, I'm gonna go over here. Don't
Well,
follow me.
You know
But-
what?
You know,
Just compare. Would you rather be single and
No.
celibate or
Throw it,
married? You got to throw that in. It's a part of life.
no,
Or
no. I can see why I'm like that because I haven't experienced that type of relationship before. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when I think
so you
about
do
it,
want to be married.
No, I do
Let's
want to
get
be
that
married,
clear.
and I do want to have that. I want to feel good about.
All
I
right,
just want to
then.
spend all my time. But now, right now, when I think about the choices that I had, it's like,
Oh, so God just don't need to brain nobody right now. You still trying to get
that ain't what I don't be putting words in God's mouth. He can speak for himself. He been speaking since the beginning of time. I just said I have not experienced that type of relationship. I haven't met a man
The
that will
one.
make me feel like I
Mhm.
want to spend every day with him.
Mm-hmm.
Cause not a one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a spring chicken. Not a one.
And you know, like you were talking about, you gave up like friends and stuff.
Yeah.
To me, that's fine. Like, well, what listen, what I'm trying to say is you should not put like friends or whatever above.
Yeah.
Because when you get married and you're like, I gotta be with my girlfriend. Like,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
If you're not
Oh.
willing to, like,
Well.
your man call you and say, let's go out Friday, and your girls call, let's go out Friday. I mean, bye, girls.
What kind of
No,
person
I get
would
it.
choose
Oh,
their
believe me.
friends?
Yes,
There
people
are a lot
will.
of them.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be me.
What's the saying? Where the guys are like, forget the women. The guys come first, and then the women say,
bros over hoes.
well, yeah, and then the women.
Wow, that wasn't nice.
The women has a saying.
Is that not what they say?
You didn't have to say it on this.
bros over whores.
I'm sorry. Why?
Say
Wow,
Okay,
Clara.
wow. I'm gonna cut that out.
But what I'm saying, like, you have never heard girls like, look, my best friend gonna come before, like, what do they say where they'll be like, he'll be gone, but you gonna always be here.
Oh,
or
wow.
what-
Oh, the
You know what I'm
friends.
saying?
It's
Yeah.
like, boyfriends come and go, but friends are forever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, actually,
Yeah.
friends are not forever.
And if you are dating somebody seriously, like you
Yeah.
looking for a husband, bye, friend.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
nobody, mama, daddy, none of them should come before your man. Like,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, if I was to
Yeah.
get married, he wouldn't have to worry about that.
I mean, in
We
my
don't have
First of
friends.
all,
We're
I don't
each
have
other's
friends. I have family.
yeah.
And y'all wouldn't try to get in the
No.
way.
Girl,
I
we
ain't
don't
worried.
want to be around all that.
We probably wouldn't see you for a good
You,
year.
oh,
we would
honey,
be
you
fine.
wouldn't.
And I'll be like,
I'm
go
glad
ahead,
you know.
girl.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna bother
I'm
you.
glad you know.
I'm
girl.
praying for y'all from afar.
That's right.
But
Stay
you know
over there.
what? To me, with the losing of friends and stuff, I think we were so young. We needed friends because we were not going to get married. It just wasn't. I mean, at the time, that's not what we thought. But
I think it was because you were young.
we were so young.
Well, that goes on to the next 2 points. Date a bunch of people before getting serious, or don't date anyone until you're ready to marry them.
Ooh.
Oh,
Well, y'all already know how I feel.
Now, I'm a little split on this one because
What?
I'll say this.
Tell me, please.
I'll say
explain.
this.
Thank you for tuning into another episode of We Seek First podcast. You can find us on our blog at www.weseekfirst.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest at We Seek First. Again, thank you for your support and join us next time for a bit of encouragement as Christ encourages us.